Hey guys, it's Ross Gordon on the Space Couch today. Disney have announced the upcoming Star Wars movies, but it's not going to be for quite some time. So episode 9 this year, then there's going to be a 3-year hiatus on the big screen. And then there's an untitled Star Wars movie coming out Christmas 2022, then another one Christmas 2024, and another one Christmas 2026. And they're going to alternate with the Avatar sequels. So Avatar in 2021, Star Wars, Avatar, and so on. So that's basically the next 10 years of Christmas movies sorted out. Avatar and Star Wars. So they haven't said who is going to be behind these Star Wars films. Because obviously Rian Johnson's got a trilogy, the Game of Thrones guys have got a trilogy, and apparently they're working together to map out a story that I guess could intertwine across both their trilogies. Who knows? Obviously, Rian Johnson, there were issues with The Last Jedi that have made some people not that keen on his Star Wars trilogy, and the current Game of Thrones has been less than satisfying for many people. I've not seen it yet myself. I'll see it up in Sunderland, but who knows how that will work out. People were quite excited about the Game of Thrones guys doing it because of how well they had adapted the books of A Song of Ice and Fire, but now that several seasons, I don't know if it's 2 or 3 of the seasons now, have been past the point of the books, so they've basically been, I don't want to say making it up as they go along, but they've been extending the story as how they saw it, and people haven't necessarily found it very satisfying or fulfilling. Too many plot points either ignored or just crammed in, that sort of thing. We've discussed the zombies, the White Walkers, for instance. This massive threat, it's hardly ever mentioned, and then now they're gone. But anyway, we shall see how that works out. 3 years in between episode 9 and whatever the next one is called. It's not terrible. I mean, because it's already 2 years in between, or has been 2 years in between episodes, although there was standalones inserted in between them. But yes, interesting to see what that is going to be about, and we're not going to know that for years and years. Who's going to be in it, what it'll be about, if it's the sequel trilogy characters, completely new people, if it's going to be Knights of the Old Republic or whatever. Who knows what it's going to be. But there are more Star Wars movies on the way eventually. But yes, we're going to have to wait quite some time for them. But let's just hope that it's going to be worth the wait. And obviously there is other Star Wars content in the meantime. The Mandalorian, which although the panel was a bit disappointing in the lack of the footage, and the footage that they showed not being completely finished, it's got a lot of potential. And of course there's the Clone Wars Season 7, whatever Resistance turns into, because that looks like it's now stepping up its game in the last part of its first season, how it ties in with the events of the sequel trilogy going forward. And who knows what else. Plus all the various books, comics, games, what have you. So there's not going to be any lack of Star Wars content. And as I've said before, quite often the best storytelling is not on the big screen. It's either on the small screen where they've got a series and they've got time to develop things, or it's in the books and the comics where obviously the nature of that format, you can go into more depth. But anyway guys, that's just news. There are more Star Wars movies on the way, but not till the 2020s. Please subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed this content. Leave me a comment or suggestion for a upcoming topic you'd like to see discussed, or like the video.